So the big question now is India favourite to win the World Cup 2023 to be played on home soil? Who better to answer that than someone who's been a World Cup winner, highest scorer in the 83 World Cup, and also chairman of selectors when India won in 2011. Krishnamachari Srikkanth, always a pleasure talking to you. Chika sir, tell us, do you believe India are the favourites in 2023, or is it going to be tough this time given the kind of competition with teams like England, Australia and a few others?
Hi Rajdeep and dear viewers from India Today viewers. I'll tell you honestly, I think in my opinion, India are one of the favourites, I would say. One of the favourites. When I say one of the favourites, let's be very honest. Yes, there's an Australian team which is also a good side, and England has been very good, and I believe that Australians play well in India too. So I would say India, Australia, England. I mean, out of these three, I think one of them will probably win the cup.
So you're in a way suggesting that India's two main rivals for winning this World Cup this time are Australia and England. England in particular, not just reigning champions, but they seem to have redefined the way white ball cricket is played. They're playing it like you used to.
Now, one thing is they have started attacking the bowling right from the beginning, be it Test cricket, be it T20 cricket, or be it one-day cricket. I think that methodology has changed from the laws in 2015 World Cup, and we've seen it like in the 2019 World Cup, and you see the Test matches going on between now Australia and England, Ashes. Even there, I think it's been a close match, even though England lost. Yes, England will be one of the favourites because you have to understand one thing. I would say Australia are better favourites than England as far as India is concerned while playing India, because a lot of these Aussies play the T20, the IPLs in India, so they're used to Indian conditions, while some of the few English players play. Yes, a lot of England cricketers also do play here. Yes, England cricketers also probably getting used to Indian wickets. So that's why I say one of these three countries.
You're ruling out Pakistan? All eyes are on that big game, India versus Pakistan, to be played in Ahmedabad. Are you saying that the Pakistanis, who are familiar in a way with subcontinental conditions, are you ruling them out?
See, I'm not ruling them out. I would like to see what kind of team they're going to, what I call, select. That's the most important thing. I mean, Pakistan has always fought well in India. I mean, I wouldn't say no. Yes, the last time in the 2011 World Cup when they played in India, they lost to India probably in the semi-finals, if I'm right, at Mohali. So that's one thing for sure. I mean, I wouldn't rule out Pakistan, but I'm not saying Pakistan has, not because it's Pakistan, just because, yes, they are used to subcontinental conditions. But the point is, they have not played in India for a long, long time. And that's why I'm talking about Australia and England, because they are kind of playing in India quite regularly, and the players are at least playing in India regularly. That's why I believe that they have better chances.
You know, let's look at India for a moment.
To add on.
Let's look at India for a moment, Chika sir. Who is that? What do you think is the X factor? What is it that it will take India to win? Is there a player? Is there a formula for India to win the World Cup in India?
See, I would say that Indian conditions, as you know, the subcontinental conditions, some of the wickets will probably turn a lot. Some wickets will probably be slightly turning. Yes, the wicket will be, it won't be bouncy, it won't be moving as it is in Australia. You'll have bouncy conditions, whereas in England you'll have moving conditions. So you're not going to have those conditions. The conditions are going to be home conditions where the Indian conditions are used to it. And that's one of the biggest advantage for Indians. And in the 2011 World Cup, we saw a great, you saw a lot of all-rounders coming into play, semi-all-rounders, but of course we had a fantastic side, and of course very well led by Dhoni too. And that time we had Yuvraj Singh. So I believe that Jadeja will do what Yuvraj Singh did in the 2011 World Cup. So I believe that Jadeja, the Akshar Patels of the world, these people will play a very, very crucial role if India has to win this 2011 World Cup.
Would you go with the experienced batting lineup that we've had?
2023 World Cup.
Is there any new young player that you see emerging? Are you seeing the likes of Shubman Gill, who had a fantastic IPL season? Do you see India's batting really with the young talents? Would you give a break to many more young talents, not just Shubman, maybe a Yashasvi Jaiswal? Would you try out, experiment someone for the World Cup, or is it too late?
See, I'm not going to talk about the team selection or 2023 World Cup, Rajdeep, but Shubman Gill is here to stay. Let's face it. I mean, he had a fantastic, what he call, one-day series, and he's been having a fantastic run from 2020 to 22 January, I mean December. From January 2023 has been a golden year for him. Beat Test cricket, beat one-day cricket, beat 2020 cricket. Man, he's got a double 100 in one-day cricket. You have to understand that. So that guy knows what it is. He knows how to pace himself. What I like about Shubman Gill is the way he paces his innings is extraordinary. And yes, there are a lot of young, even Ishan Kishan for that matter, if at all he makes it to the team. I don't know whether he'll make it to the team. If he makes it to the team, he could be a dangerous cricketer, because I believe that Ishan Kishan is going to be a good player. But definitely, yes, we don't know what's the real truth about Rishabh Pant. Because Rishabh Pant, if he was playing, I would straight away saying Indians are the real favourites. But I think obviously Rishabh Pant's fitness is obviously questionable. Nobody knows how fit will he be before the World Cup. I doubt it. A lot of people doubt whether he's going to play the 2023 World Cup. Otherwise, Rishabh Pant factor would have been very, very crucial. So I believe that guys like KL Rahul should be back, and in the middle order, KL Rahul will be very, very fantastic. You have Rohit Sharma opening with Shubman Gill. Then you have Virat. King Kohli is fantastic in this format, and he's been doing well. He's been in form. So I believe that India has got the, what you call, capabilities of winning the World Cup.